Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. God dog it. It's your boy Q. Welcome to MTG Live on this morning. Listen, yeah, I just want to say good morning to you. I'm waiting for my co-host to get everything together that they got going on right now. My boy Reggie's trying to get everything taken care of on his end, so he'll be in shortly. Do me a favor, real quickly, before we even get started. 21 love to participate in that in any kind of way on this broadcast. Drop your comments, please. We do appreciate your comments. We love your comments. We're definitely going to be accepting more of your letters. So do us a favor and drop that at mashagas at gmail.com. Listen, on Facebook and on YouTube, if you want to continue to see us on a weekly basis, hit that subscribe button. It's going to send you a notification and you will know every time that we go online. Listen, oh my God, it's been a week, right? It's been a week. It's been a week. So while I am talking to y'all and while my co-host getting a stuff together, I have a guest that's gonna be coming on here shortly. Y'all know him very, very well. When he pop in, y'all know who he is. You know, I introduced him at that time, and all that good stuff. But listen, I done said listen about 12 times. Um, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about the election. We got to talk about it because I have questions. I have a lot of questions. And Mo said she didn't want to talk about it. And I was like, Mo, I know you don't want to talk about it. Mo, she's like, I don't want to talk about it. And I said, well, Mo, I know you don't want to talk about it. Well, Mo, you got to talk about it. We have to talk about the show. I mean, we got to talk about the election. We got to talk about it. Just got to talk about it. And I don't know. Thank you, Facebook user, whoever you are. I can't see you or your name. And so if you come in, just redo another comment and then maybe it'll pop up. We have to talk about this because number one, it is a cornerstone in our American politics. And so we have to definitely talk about it. And number two, we also have to make sure we talk about it because I want to hear how some of you feel about the most recent election for the president of the United States. That included the House, the Senate, also included the Texas Senate and the Texas House. No, it was the Texas Senate, not the House. It was the Texas Senate. It did include that here in Texas. We do know that Colin Allred did lose to Ted Cruz. So that's something else, in a sense, maybe if we need to talk about, maybe we would, but I kind of knew already, Ted Cruz ain't going nowhere. That's just the way it is at this point in my opinion, but we got to talk about it. So we're going to jump on here in a second. And talk about it. What I am doing right now is sharing this broadcast with my friends, my family, my foes, and my frenemies and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I'm waiting on Hendrix. He really, dude. Are you not feeling well? Because you already know how. You see, and then you be the main one complaining about people being in your inbox. But I'm about to put your ass on here just like you laying, okay? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. My co-host. Wait a minute. What the hell? That brother Hendrix right there. I don't understand, man. And you be wondering why people be all in your DMs. But what are you doing? You not feeling all right today?
No,
Okay, so you get a
no,
pass. You get a pass.
no.
You get a pass.
I'm here.
So yeah, we got to talk
Sorry about
about
that. Mm.
this election thing today, and I have a couple of questions. I got a few questions, and I'm gonna definitely read some of my Facebook comments because I dropped the question. In your opinion, why did she lose? Talk to me, and I got about 200 comments. So I didn't know it was gonna go like that. I'm definitely glad it went like that. I got some inboxes on this, and I really don't want to really discuss that aspect of it. Talking about the election. What the hell is our broadcast on YouTube? I'm trying to find it. And so I definitely want to make sure that we discuss it a little bit and talk about it. Mo said she didn't want to talk about it, but I'm gonna make her talk about it because it was her idea anyway. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stage. My boy, right here in Houston, Texas, Seek is on with us. Good morning, bro. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
I'm
Good
trying
morning,
to.
Sir Hendricks. He always coming in the bed, resting.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
I don't
feeling
feel
good
good,
today.
but I show up even when I don't feel good.
That's right. You sure do, bro. I sure appreciate it. Even though I forgot that you weren't gonna be on last week, I, t-
Yeah,
I totally forgot. My bad.
yeah,
Because I talked about you pretty bad last week. But that's
yeah.
all right.
And then,
You can go back and look at it.
oh, my feelings ain't that sensitive.
I know. I know. So while I'm trying to find the broadcast on YouTube because it is here somewhere. Oh, there
Hmm.
it is. I found it.
Yeah,
Um,
I was, well, I was gonna buddy in, and I'm sorry, but with what happened, it was the clear choice. That, that's, I don't know why people are surprised. I'm understanding that thought we were better, but the reality that we're not surprised. That's it. What else can you say?
ain't
And
too
some
much you really
people,
can say about it. But like I said, I want us. Hey, Bridget, what's going on? I ain't even see her pop up in here. She said
speak,
she hope
I'll
you.
let you take it.
She said she hope you feel better.
Appreciate it.
Grand Rising says, I don't know what's going on. It's like it's not transposing our stuff like it's supposed to. But anyway, I'm not gonna worry about that. But let's talk about it. Like I said, I'm gonna read some of my comments. I dropped see, thank you for chiming in on my comments. I thought I was gonna have to text you and ask you, are you okay?
Why? Because I was digging into old boy's ass
Yes,
with
you
that bullshit.
was. I was gonna have to ask him, were you
Yeah, but
okay?
he was a part of the 21% of black men who voted for Trump with that bullshit. And
It
that's
was
all because he make it. That's all because he makes money and he can benefit from taxes. Whenever you
Um,
what I am learning from what I am learning is that black folk who talk as if they defend Trump, it is those who are millionaires who
that's
make
not
that
true.
kind of money.
I take exception to that.
I'm I'm telling you my experience.
I understand, but I also don't want everybody to think that it's everybody like that because it's not.
I
It is
listen.
not.
There is space for everybody, but in my experience, those who do that, and I'm not saying that you're not correct. So you can be a millionaire and you could have voted for Kamala Harris, but those people, black men specifically, who defend Trump in a manner that is literally dogmatic and matter of fact, it is because they make a certain amount of money or their proximity to whiteness that they choose to defend. That has been my ongoing experience. I have not met someone like you directly that would even take
Mm,
accept that would even take exception to that.
true.
okay. So before we even get into all of this, good morning, Mo. How are you?
Good
Welcome to the
morning.
show.
Can y'all hear me? Good morning.
Yes, and you look pretty this morning.
Oh,
You look like you're going somewhere important today when we know you ain't doing nothing.
oh, yes. I'm not gonna do anything today.
But you look great. Your hair, you got your hair curled up.
Got a curl.
Like, yeah, you got the old lady church curls. I
Got the
love it.
old lady church curls.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I want you to go ahead and tune into this show. Make sure you share this. And yeah, we just love y'all for doing all that. And of course, this will be uploaded hopefully a little bit on a podcast in a little bit. Henry's feeling better. He got to teach me how to do that because, whatever. And anyway, let's get back to this. So I have a question. I have a question. Because I want to talk about it in this aspect, but I have a question. Now, um, what does this mean for Black America? What does this mean for Black America? When we talk about the election, we just had, we don't need to go over the election results. We don't need to talk about none of that because the numbers are there. The exit polls are still coming out. I believe, was it Arizona and Nevada? They're still counting, but it is heavily Republican. And so so it's already been given to Trump with the Electoral College. So we don't have to do all of that. But what does this mean for our people, for Black America? And for those, let me do this too, and for those who love us, because there are some people who love Blacks, whatever the case is. And I'm not just not talking about the ones that y'all go out there and make mixed babies with because you think they want to be cute. We know mocha and everything makes it beautiful. We talking about those, who really, really support, Black America as a whole. So let's talk about that. So what does this mean for us? What does this mean?
What is he talking about? Why does he never he's a preacher, but he's not. He
Why,
what are you saying? Just get to the point. Are you
I
trying to
asked a
say
question. I just asked.
what are
Yeah,
black people going to do now? Is that
well,
what
yeah,
you're saying?
well, let's do it like
Make
that,
it
Mo.
plain. Make
What,
it
what,
plain.
what does it mean? Well, okay, well, Mo, what they gonna do?
Okay, well, so this is what's gonna happen. This is my prediction.
Okay, you got
Nothing.
it. You just summed it up in one word, huh, Mo? Nothing.
Nothing. But I can tell you what I can do now for my Jewish friends who supported Trump. The conversation has been quite enlightening because I said, and it was a one-way conversation. I'm not certain if that can be a conversation. If you support Trump, we're no longer friends. Now, I did have a relative, same last name and everything. And she was like, yeah, Trump won, da, 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 da. And I blocked and deleted her because she be the main person on the family chat who always needs something. So get it from Trump. And then my white friends who supported Trump. Okay, so we're not friends. See, look, my Jewish friends who couldn't understand, who said Farrakhan was vile. If you support Trump, why can't I support Farrakhan?
But and then Mo, the two are not the same.
No,
The two are not the same.
one has only been with one woman.
Here we go.
One doesn't have 5
Cover.
children by 3 different. And then so Reggie, I had evangelical friends because I thought they loved the Lord. And then they backed Trump. So I was like, which commandments do y'all hold dear to your heart? Because you
White
want
men.
all 10 of them up there in the schoolhouse. But it doesn't matter if you put the 10 up there because the children can't read anyway.
It's
Because you
the
don't
11th
make them do no
commandment.
homework at home. You won't. You talk about they don't need to do homework on the weekends. They can't do take home tests. So put the 10 commandments up there. They won't know. They can't even recite the Pledge of Allegiance. And they're like, the pledge should be in every school in Texas. They say it.
Wait,
And
is
then
it
when they
your
do the moment of silence, people don't know how to. The parents didn't even tell them what a moment of silence was. They talk. And I'd be like, hey, you can't talk during a moment of silence. It's called a moment of silence. You
yeah, that
can't
means
say
shut up.
nothing. So
You
I mean, ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. But hey, Ernie, I'm gonna make this prediction. We have learned, okay, we have always known that they didn't like us. No, no, no.
always.
We thought they didn't like us. And then we thought with the election of Obama, even though, remember he has a white mama, we thought they were getting better. We thought race relations was getting better because you at least had the opportunity to have dialogue. So we thought, but with this election right here, it has solidified that they hate us. And I even said that on my post. I said I didn't know they hated us. I didn't say. I said they hate us for real. And then I said a target is going to be on our backs.
So let me say this. I'm gonna get back to what you were saying, Mo. But I wanna just ask. I'll lend this to the conversation. Eric Waffles says, "Can I ask how does supporting Trump mean you aren't a Christian?" Now, Mo just talked about the 10 Commandments.
That
But
nigga done broke all 11 of them. Oh, I'm not supposed to say the
listen,
N word.
listen. I say, but
My pressure.
the 11th commandment is this: protect whiteness at all costs.
Well, he didn't break that one.
He ain't break that one. That's the one that they love the most.
Eric, who
Because
said what? Eric, what?
Eric Waffles says, "Can I ask how does supporting Trump mean you aren't a Christian?" And I'm trying to how does supporting Trump mean that you are a Christian? If we're looking at foundational Christian beliefs, tell me where is it that he lines up with that at all?
Well, can I say this?
No,
Let me
wait,
say.
hold up. Q,
Let,
hold up, because you know my pressure high, my sugar low. So Eric Waffles, do this for me. If you are a Christian, so be it. If you are a Christian, and if you have read the book of Enoch, or if you know the lost books, and you have copies of them, then you shouldn't have had to ask that question. But if you only read the King James version, or you go by with somebody in that pulpit say only on Sunday, and you don't study to show yourself approved, erase yourself from the conversation.
so
But he
let me.
might,
But
but Mo, he
hang on,
might be
Mo.
on to something. He might be on
I,
to
I would
something.
say I think that he's on to something,
No,
Mo.
he's on
Because
to, you know what he's on to? He's on to no. I'm sorry, Reggie. What were you going to say? Because I'm only listening to Reggie because somebody would name Waffle House in their name I'm not listening to. Go ahead, Reggie. What
his
were you saying?
name is not Waffle House, and we will not
Close
offend
enough.
people, Mo. We're not
Close
gonna do
enough.
that. We're
Close
not gonna do
enough.
that, Mo. We can't do that.
He voted for Trump. I don't hear him. Go ahead.
Well, he didn't say he voted for Trump. He asked a question.
Go ahead, Reggie.
I will,
I can only
I
hear
will
one
put it,
person because you know
I
I'm
will put
old.
it, I will put it this way.
Okay.
10 Commandments.
Yeah.
We will only use that as our source because
Okay.
it's in King James version and it's in other versions of the Bible. So
In the
we can
Torah.
verify that that is a singular point of reference that we can all agree on. Yes,
Okay.
you line the 10 Commandments up. You say you're a Christian. You hold these values true and high. You look at this individual that has broken multiple of these and you choose that as a leader. That's how. It's that simple. I will
See,
simplify it for the people in the back of the room.
see,
That's how.
that's
Because
how
if
you
you
do it.
truly
So,
held those beliefs, then that option wouldn't even qualify. As a black person, if you're racist, nothing else matters. Conversations ends at that point. Period. Hard stop.
Uh,
That's how.
oh,
That's the
so
equivalency.
let me.
Reggie, I just had a conversation with my husband. That's why I was a little tardy. And he said, "Hey, he's at a oh, they're doing something for Veterans Day. Something I wasn't paying attention, Reggie. But he said this teacher who happens to be of color, that means black, had a gray MAGA hat on. I hung up on him.
Mm.
So let me say this. Let me say this. I'm gonna just throw my little 2 cents in there because I have to be devil's advocate for about 5 seconds.
No, you don't.
So yes, I do
This is
because
your show.
because Mo, while I agree with you, it is very, very, very. I guess you say one-sided in a sense because we first off we want to look at it like this. I don't, and I'm okay. Eric got some more comments. I'm gonna drop them here in a second so y'all can see them.
Don't drop them comments.
Well, I know because no more we're gonna drop them, but let me get through.
That's what's wrong with black
When
folk. Y'all
when it
always
when it
trying to be better. Y'all always want to
well
take the high road, Michelle Obama. Y'all
well
better take the
well
road that got
well
him
I
elected, which
M-
is down and
Mo
dirty. See, you ain't
Mo
listening, my sugar.
Mo. First off, our ancestors died for the right to vote, not who to vote for.
No, they died because them people were
But
killing
Mo,
them
that's true.
because
Yeah,
they didn't
people
have
was
nothing else
killing
to
them.
do because
That's
they wanted to
true.
either kill
But
them
but
or
but what
rape
was
them.
but
That
the
was it.
purpose? The purpose of that was for black people to be able to speak their own voices, however they wanted to speak them, for the right of freedom. Now, let me say this as well. When it comes to Christianity, Okay, when it comes to Christianity, because you don't call me the preacher, I call myself the bootleg preacher. However, in today's church, in today's time, people exclude the Old Testament because we are quote unquote in New Testamental living,
Supposed to be
right?
Christian. That's
So
right.
so what happens is that even though that people talk about Christianity and in the sense of how it's supposed to go, there's no way you'll be able to leave the whole thing out. Because first off, the Bible wasn't written for people of color anyway. Now, let me put that out there in the first place. It includes slavery, it includes rape, violence, it includes misogyny, it includes all of those things that embody what will a lot of people find at this point in time okay. Now I have to say this. Now and like I said, I'm gonna read some of these comments that popped up on my post. But a lot of people are in the idea, that black men specifically, did not vote for Kamala because of traditional values and
That's a
traditional
lie.
Yeah.
Christian behavior. Now,
That's a
now,
lie.
me personally, that wasn't my testimony. I can't speak for all black men. I just don't believe that at all because more black men voted for her,
That's right.
than ever. What I'm saying is that when we look at Christianity, people's belief system are their belief system. That's why they have evangelicals. That's why they have Lutheran. That's why they have Methodists. That's why they have all of this, and that all embodies Christianity. You might be a Methodist, but you are a Christian, and so when people talk about Christianity as a whole, the way that we are brought up in our own lives, how we come up in Christianity shapes our belief system. And some people don't have the same belief system. Now I'm gonna put this up. Now Eric says I didn't vote for Trump. He's answering you back. He said, but
Mm,
that's irrelevant.
I
I
don't want
agree
to
with
hear you.
Hendricks. I understand what he is saying, but my whole point is there needs to be a separation of church and state. And he says, I don't care if the president is Muslim or Christian. I just simply mean I want the politician in a seat. That's all. That I
Well,
agree with.
Anyway,
again,
so go ahead, Hendrix. What were you gonna say? Because I
two
don't want to hear the
things.
preacher no more.
But
Two
it's the truth,
things.
Mo. But it's the truth. Those are facts that we as black people cannot ignore. People are going to vote how they want to vote, and people are going, and especially black folk, we're gonna vote how we want to vote. Mo, they don't forgive Gucci. Come on, that's what we do.
And
That's what
that's
we
our
I
do.
got
problem.
2 points.
That's our problem. We're
I
That's
mean,
what
we're
I
we
get
do.
that.
we
I get
forgive
I
that.
and
got
we're
2 points.
stupid. We forgive and we're
I got
stupid. And that's why we keep getting dogged out. And we just as long as we forgive them and they keep dogging us out, we deserve what we get.
I,
I got 2 points, and I'm
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna stop.
I'm
Two
sorry.
points. Number one,
Take your time.
if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. You have to
Agreed.
have a core set of beliefs that you will not waver on for anybody. That's number one. Number two, if you want to understand how some people that look like us could do such a thing, think about the person in your high school class that looked like us that was rejected by us. Fast forward 20, 30, 40 years. That is that person. I guarantee you. That it's
But
that simple. They were
okay,
rejected by those that look like them.
okay,
So they went over to the other side and found acceptance, regardless of how they're really viewed. They feel accepted, which is what they couldn't get from those that look like them.
okay.
That's that 21%.
Now,
I believe that's at least half of that 21%.
at least half of that.
Now,
I was gonna say I don't think it's all. I think there's other factors, but I do believe it's half of that 21%. It's definitely
okay,
it may be 23%, but it's definitely there. Those who have been rejected by their own folk.
okay,
Absolutely.
okay.
So let's do it like this. I'm gonna read this comment. It was
We don't
it
want to
was
hear.
on it was on my
We
it
don't
was
want.
on my post. I'm gonna read this comment. Okay. It says here, it says, because we don't understand politics. even with Trump as president of the United States or POTUS, he will not be as powerful if the House and the Senate were predominantly Democratic. We're voting based on clickbait and sound bites and not the reality of how our government works.
But if you
No,
So what
believe it
y'all?
for one side, that's
we
not true.
we understand they
What
got
the
all
fuck? Who is that?
branches. He locked down the Supreme Court before he left the first time. They
And
loaded Congress and the Senate. We knew that.
I
Look,
mean, the Senate is Republican. So what is the what are, who is that and what are they talking about?
nothing. That's why I wish you hadn't
This is
read it.
what I'm.
Let me tell
You know, I read a post that says some people just got something to say because they have a mouth.
you.
So there wouldn't be truth to that.
Look,
I mean, he had a Democratic House, but a
look,
Republican Senate. You know, the House impeached him. You know, twice. Matter of fact,
Does
if
he
I'm
have a
correct,
Democratic House now?
I don't think he does. No, nor the Senate,
So I go
nor the
back
Senate.
again. What exactly? So I go back. I go back again and say, what is that person talking about? You're trying to educate us on how things supposed to look if
yeah,
this was the case,
yeah,
and that's not what. That's not even
yeah,
what we were talking about. Even
right,
on that post.
right. Because Obama, as a Democratic president, had what? What did Obama have in the Senate and the Congress? I'm waiting. I can't hear. I'm I'm lost.
Exactly.
That's why he couldn't get nothing passed. You remember when Mitch McConnell and
That's
his
why it was so
friends?
difficult for him to get things passed.
Yeah. And so this is something that people don't understand because they don't study to show themselves self-approved. The reason he pushed, bless you, the reason he pushed for insured the Obamacare, which is a federal Affordable Care Act, is so people could afford insurance because he knew COVID was coming down. He knew the Chinese were working on something, and he wanted to make certain everyone's taken care of. But how many people died of COVID and COVID related? You know, because COVID really didn't happen. You know, COVID wasn't really something that was real, according to Trump. Remember?
Exactly.
No,
And all of his
hold on,
anti-vax
pause.
friends.
That's what Trump said it wasn't
But
real. Reggie, didn't he say
but
that?
no, he did. Here's the
Okay.
thing: when two people in the U.S. died from the Ebola outbreak, everybody wanted his head. Everybody wanted the president's head when two people died. Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What's
Eric,
the
thank you for
difference?
your comment.
I wish.
I
I wish we
I just
could.
I just I want to know why is it different? When two people died, you wanted the president's head. Help me understand why there's a difference.
And it's so
Again,
funny. Isn't Ebola though? Didn't I read that Ebola is like the flu in other countries? But
hmm
Ebola, it's like the flu in other countries, right? When it comes
hmm
here, we are a different species of human being. So it wipes us out, and everybody's up in arms because it comes from a different country. But Ebola and COVID are even not the same thing.
Ernie, I'm
Your
fisting
people die.
Ernie, I'm fist to mess with you. I'm sorry, Sig. I'm fist to mess with you. I'm fist to mess with you, and then we'll address Eric's comment in just a second. Um, um, this is another comment that was on my page.
You ain't gonna read no more.
Yeah, I got to because it was great. It says because again, my question was why didn't she win? Talk to me. And one person said no plan to improve the economy for all ever was presented. No clear direction other than playing on the fears of people running for Trump.
What about
Beyonce and Cardi B have no knowledge on how to improve the nation or deal with international threats. There are many reasons, but being a
oh my
woman,
God, I'm getting livid again.
but being a being a woman is one of the last reasons. People don't care who helps them out of their conditions as long as someone helps. The Democrats have no plans.
I
You know
see.
what?
Now, you excited.
Okay.
You have incited anger in me again.
I'm on that.
Me
I'm
too.
going to leave because you cannot argue with an idiot, and I
Thank you.
refuse to even move forward with that.
Thank you.
That strict that from the record
It's it's
because
it's
you're
it's it's a comment.
you're
It's a comment. It's a
no
comment.
We
people
told you
are
to stop
hearing.
reading them. Stop reading them
It's so crazy.
You
No,
are
he
providing a space for
for
ignorant
ignorance.
people to
That's right.
have a voice. That
So
is
wait,
a problem.
so no, no,
Stop.
no, y'all, no,
Yeah.
y'all calm that down.
No,
No,
because
people have the right to feel how they want to feel,
You can
and
feel
this
how you
this was a
want to feel, but you
it
this
is
are when
that
you
so
are
that
fucking
stupid.
annoying. It is so
but
annoying when you
these
do
are
that.
our people.
no,
These are
no,
our
no,
people.
no, boy. Let me tell you what our people are. Oh, those are not our people. Those are. Let me tell you. You have black
So
people. I'm not finished. You have
go.
black people and you have colored people. Now, if you want to hang around and you want to dialogue with colored people, go right ahead.
I just
I,
read the comment. I just read
I
the comment.
we told you there's certain comments you don't need to read. We
No,
told you
now
that.
didn't you just tell me it was my show? Now I can read whatever I want. Now you know, don't it's either gonna be that or that.
Okay, well, it ain't your show.
It
You
was
can't
just it
read
was just
everything you want.
and it was just a comment. It's a comment, and people have a right because think about it. If
You're
we
not
don't
going to
have
learn
these,
anything from it, though.
but if we don't have these conversations,
Those are
see
not
why see
conversations.
one thing about which me that's why I have to play devil's advocate. We can't be one sided with this. We
Yes,
have to
we
be.
can.
Why do we have to
Ernie,
be one
Ernie,
sided, Mo?
Ernie, tell
Because
him we can be one sided because once we're one sided, we can be just like them. And
Listen,
we're going to be just like them. Now, this is a good thing. At least we
okay,
don't have to hear the black national anthem at the NFL anymore because I'm sure they're going to cut that out. I didn't want them to sing Lift Every Voice and Sing by Johnson anyway. Because you know why? Because it's a hymnal. It's sacred. It's a
but
wonderful song. It's a song of uplift.
Mo,
Don't
you
share
doing
it with them.
all of that,
Do
Mo, and
not share
still,
it with them.
and
No
if
dialogue.
Mo, every politician that's
I'm gonna call
black,
your mama.
she you're probably already watching. Every politician that's black, Mo, will not just have black values in mind. What happens is Black America, in as a whole, we are mixed all over the place. We have our own mindsets. That's what the civil rights movement was for us to be free. Now, however, a person wants to exercise their freedom is their choice. And I don't understand for the life of me. Like I told you, I really didn't really have a support for her. I wanted more options. I voted for her because I did not want Trump in there. I voted for her because maybe let's see what she could do with the middle class. So I heard what she said. But if a person says, listen, she didn't have a plan for me, or listen, it wasn't clear. Mo, you even said it yourself. These people ain't coming to your house and breaking bread with you. These people ain't coming over there. They ain't doing none of that kind of stuff. The only thing you're gonna get is the emails talking about give $5, give $5, give $5. Okay, but if a person wants to have their own opinion about what they feel, the reason why they voted, because again, they ain't say if I asked why didn't she win, they didn't say, okay, you know, I voted for Trump or I voted for her. Why? Oh, I'm sorry, Vice President Harris. I'm saying that we have to be able to listen to these because these are hella concerns.
let me
If go ahead,
Ernie,
Ernie.
go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Ernie.
Ernie, talk,
let me say this.
please.
Let me say this. You asked that question, and he gave you an answer.
Gave
But
an answer.
he gave you an answer. But he gave you an answer to something that wasn't. He gave you an answer to something that was not true because once she had it down in her brain, locked and fucking loaded, she gave you word by word. People were sick of her sticking to her goddamn plan. So this motherfucker sit up on your show, I mean on your post and said she didn't have a plan. And I asked him to juxtapose what she said out of her fucking mouth to what Trump was saying, and he couldn't. He never did
She, yeah.
I read
because
the
he
whole
did not
thing.
have a
Yeah.
plan.
What is
Because
the
Trump
plan
did
that
not
Trump
have a
has?
plan,
The
and he
plan that
did
Trump has
that.
is hate. That's his
And he
policy.
did
Hate.
exactly, and he did that
He's
because
done.
again, I go back to those people, and I'm not saying that Johnny voted for Trump at all. What I am saying was what he did was to protect himself and then use his people as a scapegoat. You don't give a fuck. The only thing you care about is making those goddamn homes for people who are at low income or whatever you're doing now so that your pockets get fatter. And
That's
if
it.
you are a millionaire, you benefit from what Trump is doing. Period. There's nothing else that Trump said out of his mouth that would allow you to even say some bullshit like that. And then when you called on your shit, you have nothing to say. And then when somebody like me responds, oh, why are you so puffed up? Or you bitch, because you stupid. That's why.
And Ernie, you're the nice one. And you coming out like that. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know. So all of y'all, that 21%, I know the 21% don't make the 21% that supported him that are people of color, colored people, because they're not black people. They don't earn the $400,000 that's going to help them with the tax breaks.
It is
They don't have
it's
legitimate small
proximity to
businesses.
whiteness.
Yeah,
Craziness.
they don't have legitimate small business. They ain't got no LLC. They don't have a CPA. They don't know how to finagle. They're gonna go through H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt. Have at it. But baby, when he started cutting that wheat and he started cutting them food stamps and he started cutting that housing,
Listen,
whoop whoop.
and let me tell you what's interesting. So you're talking about that as far as black folk is concerned, but think about them white women who gets all that assistance that you just said that decided to protect whiteness. Now, bitch, who you protecting?
Look, hey Ernie, I tell him, let's do the math. 100 minus 12, we make up 12% of the population. If every black man, woman, and child got food stamps, it wouldn't be but a drop in the bucket.
Listen, I have to go back to work,
Take
but
it.
this
Take
is
it
what
away.
I want. This is
Take it
what I
away.
want to say. And the next time you choose to post something, let this be a court that may be along the lines of this election is. First of all, let us do this. Black people, both men and women, overwhelmingly voted for Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Overwhelmingly voted for Kamala Harris. It was Latino men and white women that shut it down. So
Yes.
That's
all of
right.
those white women, that was all of those white women that was on that call that raised all that money for Kamala Harris. Thank you, sister. I understood what you was trying to do. But your trailer park sisters, they are the ones. Those that are already in power to protect whiteness, they are the ones. We appreciate what you did, but now you will suffer right along. You are a catalyst. I mean, I'm sorry,
Thank you.
you are what's it called? You caught a stray.
See,
You caught a
so
stray. Like
You
everybody
a victim of
like you're
circumstance,
a victim of like everybody
collateral,
else.
collateral damage.
You are collateral
collateral
damage.
damage.
Yes.
You are collateral damage.
I am
So
so, Ernie, help me, because I'm not talking to Q. Ernie, help me.
Why you not talking to me?
There's so many reasons we don't have enough time. But Ernie, I am a black woman who has a black daughter who who I am. So this has helped me. So now when we go out, because she went voting with me, of course. She was in the voting booth with me because she always has been, because she gets a little stylish, when you're doing a thing. And so she was like, there's so many names. I said, yeah, but we did our research, right? Right. So when she found out that Trump won, she said, is Kamala, she's not gonna be president? I said, no, she's not gonna be president. Said, why did they not like her? Now, I said, we'll talk about it later. But Ernie, I need help because see, the black woman in me, and I have friends who are of other colors and races and whatever cultures. And one thing I am is unapologetic black. I never speak to people based on race, and I don't hate people based on race, but I don't deny my race. I don't have to wear a t-shirt that I love being black, because everybody who comes in contact with me knows that there's no shaking or no faking. But I don't know how to explain this to this young girl. I don't know how to explain to this 9-year-old that they didn't like her because she was black. Because I'm scared this is gonna come out, and I need help, Ernie, because you are a level-headed man. How would you explain this to my daughter? Because I'm gonna have to get somebody else. Because when I see people with Trump paraphernalia on, I hold her closer, and
yeah,
then I look at them and I go the other way. Not because I'm
right.
afraid of them, because I'm afraid of what I might do. You
You just
understand? So, Ernie, talk to me.
and you want to protect your daughter.
Got to,
And
because
you
they're
want to
because
protect your
evil,
daughter.
because they're evil. Right now, Ernie,
So,
talk to me.
so let me say this because this is
Tell me.
all I've been doing.
Okay,
This is all I've been doing for black women that I come in contact with.
thank you.
I tell them that you are loved and you are appreciated
Okay.
because I just want you to know that you are loved and appreciated. Because of course we talked about collateral damage. We are all
Yes,
now collateral damage.
yes,
But
because they
this
hate
is
us.
what is most important that I think that you have to do, Mo. And
Oh,
even if you have to screenshot the numbers and explain to her, white
okay,
women, white men, Latino men, Latino women.
okay,
They didn't like her because America is not ready for a black woman president.
okay. I can say that. Not ready. Because my initial was they hate us. And I can't well that's what I
Listen,
said. I said what I said. I don't I said what I said. And see, Ernie, that was probably
but
wrong,
you
was
wouldn't,
it?
but you wouldn't be, you would not be wrong
Okay.
if you was to tell
Okay.
her that,
Okay.
because what what I mean, you can say, well, they, most of us,
Okay.
most of them still have the remnants of hate of their ancestors.
Remnants
And
of
even
hate.
if you want
Yes.
to go through a history lesson to let her know this, slavery, Jim Crow, the new Jim Crow, mass industrial prison complex, you can explain all
Okay.
those things to her and give her numbers and say, this is why.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
why I would even say that most white people don't hate us. It's probably just they have their ancestors' blood.
So I
They
have a
have their
question.
ancestors' blood.
I have a question.
Q, I'm not listening to you.
But
I'm going to the
so,
I'm going to the people.
but
Keep
that's fine.
talking.
But my question is this: if that's the case, because I'm not going to say that I agree or disagree. You know, I'm trying to remain in the middle with this one. But how are we?
Which with what one?
I'm about to say it.
Okay.
How
Okay.
now? Giving her the facts, you know, as far as demographics, I think that that's great.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, because Mo, that's the truth. Numbers don't lie. Well, they can if they
Well, they
manipulate it.
can if they.
But that's a whole
Let me
nother
tell you
That's
story.
something. Hold on,
That's
Queen. Just keep that in mind. I want to say this.
okay.
Keep that in mind, Q. When we say that numbers don't lie. When I look
Mm,
on Wednesday, when I looked at the screen, that motherfucker had 153 electoral
votes.
college
Votes.
vote.
votes.
Yeah.
153 to her 27. She had 27. And I said then, I said, she is not going to win. But they kept saying the numbers are not in, the numbers not, these states are going. He had 153 electoral votes. It did not matter. And you
It
know what
matters.
else? And you know what else? Oh girl, what's the white woman name on is it CSNBC? The tall
Maddo.
lesbian, right?
Maddo.
Yeah.
Maddo.
She said, listen, when that woman said, when she brought it back to our attention, that he told, when he told that those people at his uh conference, you don't have to vote. I already got it. He told those folk, he said, you don't have to vote. I tell my people, I don't, you don't have to vote. I already have it. And then he said, I'm gonna fix it to where you don't have to vote, where you won't
Again.
have to vote again.
Again. That's right. He did that. And
He said that out of his mouth. So when we look at what he said and the numbers, when you start off with 153 electoral seats, there is no way that she could have came back from that. There is no way that she could have come back from that. And they kept telling us, calm down, don't worry.
mhm.
We gonna flip this, baby. No, you're not gonna flip the states.
When I saw MSNBC, let me see what time voting ended. Really, actually, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time is when I think all the polls were closed. And when I saw that there was a wave of red just started to just pop up like that, and when she didn't win Georgia, I knew it was over.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
understand.
knew it. I
I
knew it
could
was
not
over. I knew it was a
understand
done
how.
deal.
I would like to see every ballot because I couldn't understand how she didn't win Georgia. And what I really can't understand, y'all, I don't understand how that the Georgia thing kind of threw me off. It threw me off because I know if you look at the number of people in Georgia and how everybody else in Georgia won, but she lost in Georgia. How everybody else of color won in Georgia, but she lost in Georgia. It makes no sense because all you did was hit the D. You just had to go down D D D D D. I don't understand that. And see,
that's
the
it.
math ain't mathing. But Ernie, you got to talk to me
Don't.
because, and y'all got to calm me down because as a black woman, I'm not ready. I have a lot of girlfriends who are on Facebook and they gave me scriptures. And my response was, I'm not there yet.
And
Mo,
that's the truth.
let me say this. Let me say this is we need to do a second part to this show. And the reason why we need to do a second part to this particular show, because we have to address the elephant in the room. Everybody that wants to believe God, everybody that had their post up talking about God is in control and this, that, and other. We need to get to the place to where we really dissect that thing and understand who is your God, who are you praying to, what in a we have to look at that, because I don't want to lose hope. And I am a Christian, grew up Christian, but I am a question asking Christian.
Oh,
I,
okay. I like that.
Especially,
I
it's,
said that earlier. You know, there's so
it's
many aspects to what
there's
a
so
person believes.
and you do not want to. People are trying to grieve this in the best possible way
Yeah,
that they can.
yeah.
With
Agreed.
what we are up against in this whole idea of Project 2025, people are trying to grieve this the best way that they can. So I don't want to snatch nobody hope away, right? I understand that we were a Christian based community. When civil rights happened, they fed us Christianity. When we came here, we made it our own, all of that. But we really, as a black community, we have two things to address, Q.
I'm listening.
Two things to address. The idea that why would you lose family when they're voting against your interest because they voted the opposite way? And what do you believe and
Mm-hmm.
why?
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know what?
agree.
You're right. And you know what we need to do? We need, hey, Q, do your job. Get some more people for our next show because we need to discuss this because we are grieving. Now, I'm not, I can't talk for the black men in the black community. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all doing what y'all doing. But let me tell you, it is so difficult to have to wake up the next morning after that election. Get up, put your face on and go to work. And
Listen, let
then
me
look at them and knowing you hate me. You
really
hate me.
knowing that. Like,
It's hard. It
not
was,
only, but Mo,
yeah,
you have even this.
talk to me
You hate me so much that you even hate yourself.
more. You hate me so much
And
that
that's and Mo,
that
but and I was gonna say Mo, and that would be a reason, hopefully, to help in grief is that people would do the thing to harm themselves just to make sure
just
that
to make sure that just to make sure that whiteness is protected. And I want to also, I just want to bring some notes, if you choose to do this in the next show, is to
mm,
understand what Origin told us earlier this year and how we are trained to protect the caste system. That's why you had 21% of men, and I don't know, was it 21% of men and 77% of black women who voted for Trump to protect whiteness, because they don't know no better.
obviously they don't know any better.
yeah, they know.
They
You
don't
know what?
know
They
no better.
know better. They are so silly, and I didn't call them stupid. See, I'm learning. They are so different because they actually think because they are black and they are aligning themselves with white people who don't like blacks that they are
That they're
going to
safe.
protect them.
That they are safe. They want to
That
be
they
in the house. That's what I say. If anything was to ever pop off, they want to be in the house.
and
But girl, your ass gonna be right there out there in the field with everybody else. Either
right.
that or marched into some goddamn uh camp or something. And I don't want that for any of us, right? I do believe that we need to strategize, organize, and figure out what the fuck we gonna do from here. That's another point. That's 3 points that I gave you, Q. What we gonna do from here, and then we can discuss those other motherfuckers that we probably have to drag along with us or just leave them behind.
No, 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 no. See, this is the problem. What? How many more minutes we got, Q? Because I don't want to
We
bother
got
nobody.
5 minutes. We're gonna get some encouragement. We're gonna bounce.
Okay, really quick. Now, Ernie, this is what I'm thinking. I understand that in the 60s, y'all held hands and said, "We shall overcome." And
Hello,
I
welcome.
know y'all did that. And that was really great and it was really exciting. But okay, I love my mother, my grandmother. they were civil rights activists in North Carolina.
Hmm.
Klan came to my grandmother's house. Thank God for Lumbee Indians because they shot at them. The Lumbee Indians helped remove the Klan from my grandmother's house. These were strong, wonderful women, but I am not them.
Yeah,
They were
listen.
articulate, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful women. Oh, strong, lovely, gorgeous women, smart, but I am not them. See, you can come to me one time, and that's all it takes. I'm not singing, I'm not marching, and I'm not forgiving.
Hmm.
So it's different. So I don't know what y'all gonna do talking about strategizing, but what we should be able to do is understand that our buying power is trillion.
I think that could be a part of the truth. I think that can be a part of the strategy, Mo. I really,
Okay.
really do. And I think if we do it in smaller communities on our way to build bigger communities, I'm talking
Mhm.
about people who are really willing to put that to work. I think
Yes.
that we could possibly do it, honestly,
Okay.
because I mean, I want us to not lose hope because I didn't have any hope. I cried that night, hard, crocodile tears, because I thought about my mothers, I thought about my sisters, I thought about every woman that could possibly be living her life again now in the fucking episode of The Handmaid's Tale. That
Yeah. I didn't watch this. Was it a TV show or something? I didn't watch
it was
that.
so even if you don't watch it, just
Yeah, I
read
didn't.
the synopsis of it.
Okay. Okay.
Read the synopsis of it. With that type of servitude to men, I just do not. Y'all, I got to get back to work. Listen, I love y'all. I don't have any encouraging words, but just to keep the
Thank
hope,
you.
just to keep hope. Q, you got 3 points from me. If you choose to do a show again, I will be on.
You will. We'll invite you. You're invited. Okay.
I
Okay.
appreciate
Stay safe after that. We'll be
All right,
praying
you
for
be
you.
good, man. We see you in a minute. Thank you
We'll
for
be
coming
praying
on.
to you for the
it. No problem.
To the black Jesus. Have a good day.
So Mo,
I'm not talking to you. I'm not
so
talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Do you know how difficult it was as a black woman who has a job, who has a degree,
Mo,
who comes from people who have degrees, who had jobs, who worked in the community? Do you know how difficult it was for me? First of all, I
Mo,
didn't go to bed till 4:15 that morning. I had to wake up at 5:30. I was in the bubble bath going, I can't believe they hate us. They hate us. All and that was on Tuesday when?
when you talking about when
The
everything was
election.
done
The election was Tuesday on the 5th.
on
Today,
on the fifth.
what day is today?
Today is the ninth, isn't it? I think today is the ninth. Yes.
And I still can't believe they hate us. I mean, I'm still shaking my sometimes I'll be driving and I'm just shaking my head like, my God, why do they hate us? And then to the white people who have adopted black children and who support him, my God, you have just said they're not good enough. And they don't even know it. The way they don't even care. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Mo,
And I supported these people. I said, yeah, well, it's better that they adopted children than, at least they're getting adopted. But I don't know. You just told your children that y'all ain't nothing. The only thing you are, or I don't know. I am so, I told you, it was 4:15 in the morning and my husband woke up. He came in the living room. He said, what are you doing? I had a laptop. I had a desktop, I had my phone, and then I had the remote control. And I was just going back and forth on everything. And I could not believe it was the scariest, saddest point. Oh, it was horrible. Because I was like, they hate us. They hate black women. And she didn't do nothing. And all they did was talk about how promiscuous she was. The woman married late in life. She didn't have any children. She married a Jewish man. We thought y'all liked that.
Mo,
She
we
didn't.
have
If she had had 5 children by 3 different men, she wouldn't have been accepted. And then they said she wasn't black enough. She pledged a black sorority. She went to a black school. Her mama raised her as a black woman in a black neighborhood, but she wasn't black enough. They made the one drop rule, not us. You got one drop of black in you, you black. That's their rules. Every time they try to get beat at their rules, they want to change it. Y'all said it was one drop of black. When y'all took Henrietta Lacks sales and forgot to pay her, and that y'all are being cured by cancer and couldn't even thank the family, y'all couldn't even say thank you to Henrietta Lacks because we've been using your sales. We also forgot to, you know, we also forgot to cure your relative because we killed her for her sales. They forgot that part. Ask Johns Hopkins. But anyway, okay, it's
So, so,
10:29. There's one
so,
minute left. I don't
so,
know. I'm just hurt. I'm just hurt.
so, Mo, I'll do me a favor. You just, we're praying for you, Mo. Like seriously,
I don't. And
we're
and then
like,
they had the nerve to say, "Oh, because you seen all them posts that Master Gas made throughout." Anyway, so they had the nerve to say, "I'll pray for you." I don't want them to pray for me with that what because I don't know. Because see, let me tell you why. See, my nerves are bad. I don't want them to pray for me because you can smell the sulfur. I don't want you to pray for me because you can smell the sulfur. I'm gonna have to post that. I don't want you to pray for me because I can smell the sulfur.
Mo, Mo, we love you. You go ahead and just leave the show. I'm gonna close it up by myself. I love you, Mo. I'm gonna talk to. I'm kicking you out today. I'm gonna kick you off the show. You go ahead. Have a good rest of your day, Mo. And I want you to feel better. And I will check on you later.
Let me
I'm gonna call and today I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure you all right.
look.
And I gotta
I'm gonna go.
call Andrews and check on him because
I'm
he
gonna go
got
to my
bad.
Go to Hendry. I'm gonna go to my favorite restaurant, and then if I see anybody with that paraphernalia on, I'm gonna take a picture. And
It's all right, Mo. Just
I'm gonna take a picture, and then I'm gonna leave the restaurant. I'm gonna pay for my food, leave it there, cause you know what? And I done told people if y'all got that paraphernalia on, don't go to restaurants, cause the people in the back they doing
Mo,
stuff to your food.
Mo, it's 10:30, Mo.
Oh,
Go. I'll talk to you later. Go ahead. Go ahead. We'll talk to you later, Mo. So listen, everybody. Thank you for watching the show on today. Listen, we Mo is triggered 16 million%. I understand that the actual this election, is triggering for a lot of people, and it is definitely triggering for people, of color, especially Black women. As a person who tries to look at everything in a way that I try not to trigger myself. I just want us all to remember that there has been a choice made. I really understand that we are upset, but the choice has been made, and while we are in a place at this moment to try to understand why it is, I'm just gonna sum it up like this, since everybody kind of want to go biblical and stuff like this. It was God's will, period. It was his will. It is nothing else that really can be said, other than the fact that this was supposed to happen. Now, I look at the repercussions, and and I've read over a lot of different things. I've read over this Project 2025 thing, and it's however many hundreds of pages it is. I didn't read all of it, but read most of the parts of it. I live in Texas. Texas is a red state, so it's not something that we are not used to seeing, but I want to say to everybody that we have to keep our minds open. The conversation can't happen when everybody have the same opinion. I'm gonna say that again. And listen, I love my co-host to death, but the conversation cannot happen until we respect one another's value, until we sit down and have a conversation as to why a person has to think this way or think that way. Because Black people, we hurt ourselves too. Now let's not forget, y'all. Reggie said a moment ago a little bit that Black people, that there are some that has been rejected by other Black people. Well, hey, look, a lot of times if you rejected by your own, I mean, hell, even Jesus was rejected by his own, and he went somewhere else. I mean, so I quite frankly, if you want to ask me, I just think that we should leave the Bible out of it altogether. But because we cannot change the fact that this country was built on an amoral compass of Christianity, we have to look at the fact that people will believe God the way that they do. And there is nothing that you can do about it. There's supposed to be only one judge. And we have to be able to be strong enough in ourselves to say, you know what? It just wasn't our time. You know what? It just was not her time. Because if they don't look, they didn't want Hillary either. Now I know she's a white woman, but they didn't want her either. America doesn't want a woman for president. That's why I said it. We need other people to listen to them to see what plans they may have for the country other than her. Her campaign started in July. That's not enough time when the election is in November. And yes, whether if Biden would have won or lost, if he would have decided to go for re-election, us as black people, most of us talked about him like a dog. He wasn't well enough. Something's wrong with him. You know, he's not strong enough. I mean, I want y'all to make y'all mind up. I want y'all to make y'all goddamn mind up, because black people, we are very, very contradictory. And I'm so sorry, you know, and I'm talking to us, because when we have things that we really, really want to do, unless if it supports a certain cause, we don't want it no more. But then at the end of the day, we want everybody to support us. I'm trying to understand that. It has to be a conversation that has to be had with people of color to express everything that's on the table, because we're not going to be the same. We're not going to be the same. Whether more white men, Latino men, and white women voted for him, they heard her pitch, I'm sure. But listen, they wanted the orange in there, and so now they got it. And so now we have to be able to be strong in this moment. Listen, we got black people in our family right now that we won't say nothing to, that we know are not registered to vote, and then we'll sit back and we won't even say nothing to them, but then we'll cuss out a white man, we'll cuss out a white woman that voted, but you got folk in your house that don't even go vote. Help me understand. So whether my co-hosts agree with me or not, I love them both. They know that. And we have had these moments where we have to say, look, I got to go. I don't want to talk about it no more. Bye. I'm ending the show. I've had those moments. Look, I don't want to talk to y'all no more. Bye. You know, we've had those moments. But in these times that we are living in right now, why are we running from the conversation? Why aren't we trying to figure out why 21% of black people voted for him? I mean, for Trump. I agree. 107 days is not enough time. This is a very learning and teachable moment. We have to do that. And listen, I'm gonna be off on it because at the end of the day, he's gonna be the president. That's what's gonna happen. Biden has already said that there's gonna be a peaceful transition. He has his inaugural day that's coming up. All of that stuff is still gonna happen. And we cannot hold fast to the past. And we got to move forward. But that's what we're doing. We're holding on to the past, and we're holding on to past transgressions that immobilizes our people. Now, I'm not saying that is not relevant, or I'm not saying that it's not important. It's very important. It's very relevant. But how can we change history when we don't start within ourselves? We don't start with our own people. As a whole. Listen, y'all check us out Monday night for the last MTG After Dark for the year. We're going to come on. We're going to talk about some relationship stuff on After Dark. Y'all tune in Monday at 10 p.m. We're not talking politics. We off of that. You know, I may do a part 2 to this. Ernie has requested that, you know, so I don't know. I'm going to think about it. Because it's sensitive. It's sensitive for some. For me, because all I can do is just shake my head, because I can't go up to the damn White House and grab them and shake them and say, get out the presidential seat and give it to her. I mean, hell, if we all could do that, then that would definitely happen. But this is what the country wants. and the country's going to get it. And whatever repercussion, I just know you better travel internationally between now and January, because we probably won't be allowed to go anywhere but Mexico. And that's a short drive. Just saying. After Dark, Monday at 10 o'clock p.m. Y'all catch me, my girl, Miss Sunshine, and my sis, Miss J. We're going to be on. We're going to talk some freaky stuff. You know, we're going to be having a good time. Probably have a couple of drinks in the process on the Monday. Yes, on the Monday. I don't care. And then on next Saturday, you know, join us again, because I think we got about 3 more shows left in this year, you know, that we're going to knock on out or whatever. And I have a letter that I'm going to read on After Dark. So y'all tune in. It's been my pleasure to talk to all of y'all on this morning. Listen, the show got a little heated today. That's just what happens, you know, and we appreciate everything, all y'all support and all that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the video on, because it's now 40 minutes after at this point here. And y'all do me a favor, and y'all have yourself a good day. Y'all be safe out there, you know, do your best, you know, to keep your head on straight, you know, and let's not make this any bigger than it needs to be, because the numbers are in. It is over with now. There's nothing that we can do about it but move on and move forward. But now we need to have a conversation, and we need to have a conversation with people who don't vote. We need to have a conversation with people why they didn't vote if you're registered to vote. And I want to talk to somebody who voted for Trump. That's my color, because I want to know. I want to know. We need to have this conversation. I'm going to be seeing if I can look for some of those people that have the balls to come on to the show. Now, I'm going to do that, because these are conversations that need to be had. Period. The conversation can't be one-sided. It can't be one-sided. We need to look at everything. We need to find out what's going on with our community. We need to find it out, no matter what you believe. I don't care if you're Catholic. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care if you're Islamic. I don't care if you are whatever you are. We need to have a conversation, period. So y'all tune in to After Dark, like I said, Monday night at 10 o'clock. Y'all see us next Saturday at 9:30. Peace out.